Hey guys, it's Lauren Yates from Rave It Up here, and today it'll be less happy chappy and more talking about the real stuff in life, because I'm really passionate about, and it sounds weird, but really passionate about suicide and depression, and want to raise awareness of it more because it's something that isn't talked about enough in this world. So there is a new documentary out now called Suicide: The Ripple Effect, and today we have the co-director Greg Dee, and we've got the co-founder of Conquer, Lauren Breen, with us today to chat about this film, because I've watched it and everyone should go check it out as well. You can host your own screening if you go to suicidetherippleeffect.com, and it will give you shivers and really just make you keep going, wow, and want to do more stuff about it in your life and talk to your loved ones as well. So Greg, I really want to know, how was your experience with this film? Because you've obviously watched the film a lot, and you're still learning heaps of things from it every single time you watch it.
Sure. Well, first, I'm just excited to be part of this Lauren and Lauren show today.
He's like in the Lauren sandwich.
Raving it up with Lauren and Lauren.
I need to get confused. It'd be, because we're in Australia, it'd be Loz and Loz.
Oh, Loz and Loz.
Loz and Loz.
Yeah. Is Loz a nickname that's for Lauren, or that's just your specific? Oh, really?
No, I've gotten Loz.
Oh, you got Loz too?
Yeah.
Wow. See, I'm
But
learning.
welcome to Rave It Up.
All right. Thank you. Learning lots of stuff. I've been here all of 2 hours in Australia, but it's great to be here.
He's only just arrived. Poor guy, still jet lagged.
So yeah, no, it's been a great experience working on the film. I've known Kevin for about 8 years. I first heard of him when I had worked in mental health for about the last 12 years, running a youth program for young people that experience mental health and substance abuse issues. And one of my colleagues arranged a screening of the film The Bridge that Kevin was in, and watched that and saw Kevin, and was really one of the first times I had seen someone with lived experience like myself that had was sharing it public or not in a movie or something like that. And then about a year later, I was at a mental health conference and ran into Kevin and started talking, and then we became friends over the years, and we would talk about our passion for film. And then he said, he's wanted to make this documentary, and that was like almost 3 years ago. So yeah, it's definitely been a journey, because both of us have been doing it on the side. We both have full-time gigs that take us traveling a large portion of that time. So yeah, it's been good. It's been
this is
an
something
adventure.
Really close to your heart as well?
Yeah, well, so I was working in film and video in Los Angeles after college, and when I first moved there, I had I didn't know at the time, but was depression. I just felt like my whole personality was gone. I was really down. Nothing really made me happy. Nothing made me sad. And then I'd see these depression commercials on TV, but I was like, is that what I have? Or that what's going on? And so then a short time later, I had what was later described as a manic episode. So kind of the bipolar, diagnosed bipolar, and the opposite side of the depression is this mania. So I basically went, crazy, started giving away everything, was arrested for walking naked down Martin Luther King Boulevard in downtown LA, and that was the first of my many hospitalizations, about 12, and also trips to jail, psych wards of jails, and rehabs, and all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's a topic that I'm pretty passionate about. And then I got into the field, in 2004, and what's called peer support. Then ran a peer support training program, then started working with youth. And Kevin and I both have kind of the same goal and mission of, we reach a lot of people in our work around the U.S. and, Kevin around the world, but really seeing through media such as this documentary, we can kind of take our work to a broader audience and ideally reach more people. And both of that, around the core of that, and the youth work that I do, and then what Kevin does and what this film is encouraging people who have that lived experience to share their experience to help others, to really kind of build up this whole, mob or tribe of people who are sharing, because it's kind of like that, pass it on. So
Yeah. And Lauren, we have had an in-depth interview now, but in case people haven't watched it, they should go watch it. Yes. But how was your experience with the film yourself? You're a little less involved than Greg, obviously.
Oh, yeah. Amazing. I think, I have no film experience, but these two guys just kind of welcomed me with open arms, allowed me to have my opinion on everything, and whether it was right or wrong or anywhere in between, I felt a part of the process. And, it's such a therapeutic process as well, like to see Kevin's journey on screen and know that it's going to impact so many other lives. I mean, we've both seen firsthand when we go to presentations with him the impact that he has on an audience, and the people after the fact that stay and want to talk to him. So to know that this story is going to be so global and so many people are going to see it, is very, very exciting. And like, you know, I said previously when we spoke before, you know, Kevin sent me a Twitter message and said, hey, I'm about to board a plane to Australia. I'd love you to fly over and do an interview, and can you find me some people, and can you find me a room? So that was sort of the start of a lovely friendship. Yep. And that was kind of the birth of, you know, our team Ripple Oz. You know, we got a bit of a tribe together, and you know, we're all a big family. Sometimes dysfunctional, but we're all part of this big family. You know, we have those supports with each other. Yeah, that is a family.
That is a family. Dysfunctional.
We are. So yeah, it's been an amazing experience, and like I said, I'm excited for people that have no direct connection to mental health or suicide prevention to see this film, and I'm excited to watch people's reaction in the audience.
Yeah, take it from me as well.
Yeah.
I don't have any connection, so it gave
and that
me,
was the thing. I was really interested to see what your reaction would be.
Yeah.
She said she watched the whole film without sort of getting bored, so that's always a good start.
Yeah, because it's automatically a thought, and I'm sure the listeners are having it right now too, going, an hour and a half documentary about suicide.
Yeah.
Like,
It sounds
first
like,
of all,
ooh.
is that depressing? Like, depressing, I'm going to get out of it going, oh, I feel really down and horrible. Or am I just going to be really bored?
Yeah.
But it
And you
kept
weren't.
my attention the whole time.
Good.
I'm like, ooh, that's exciting. Like, and then he'd talk about something, and then it'd pop a question in my head, and later on he'll answer it, and it's done really well. So good on all of you. I was going to say just you and Kev, but you know, Lauren. We got to give some credit to the whole team. Yeah.
It's an experience, that's for sure.
And and one of the cool things, like, so this is my first time to Australia, but obviously I've met all these guys a lot, and so
it's a good way to start his Australian journey.
You know, first trip I kind of did, you know, some of the producing from afar in terms of helping arrange things and that sort of thing, but then seeing all the video of these guys, and you know, Lauren and Joe Williams and Sam Webb and Greg Van Borsten and all these Pat Lawson, all these Australians that are really doing this really cool, innovative stuff, which we don't really have we have innovative stuff in the U.S., but there's not like all these sort of individual, these kind of lone wolf, so to speak, but they've been, you know, who are young, who are hip, who are, you know, out there doing this.
You're hip.
Hipster.
I'm a 30-year-old.
Just needs a big beard.
Yeah,
No, but so that kind of innovative stuff of doing their own charities and really doing this work to really impact people, and then to get to, you know, hang out with them in the U.S. when they came over for Vegas and other trips was just really cool, and like building up those you know, friendships and seeing the work that they're doing, and really, you know, one of Kevin's goals all along, and it's a big part of my mission just in general as well, but is finding people who are doing great work and helping them elevate their work to a broader audience, you know, so kind of helping elevate their work. So that's a cool thing about this, and really hoping that, you know, particularly with here in Australia, that this film will draw more attention to, you know, the work that Lauren's doing, the work that some of these other advocates are doing, so that, you know, so that they can reach more people and help more people, you know.
That's fantastic.
And that's a big piece too, that just film as really starting that conversation, you know, and really using the film as, you know, yes, the film's great, it's, you know, good film, but more importantly, it's about using the film as a tool to spark that broader conversation and draw more attention in the local communities where it's seen, so that, you know, suicide prevention can really be enhanced in these various communities as a result of the film, as a result of bringing people out to see the film.
And it's good that there's more films like this now too, instead of just all the, you know, the feel-good ones that you go see in the cinema. You know, you need to have
The superhero movies.
the superhero movies. Yeah.
There's like 12,000 of those.
Yeah.
Well, that was one of the
every
cool,
single month.
we've had. The only other screening we've had was in Baton Rouge, where I live. You know, we had a packed house of, it was like 480 capacity. We had people sitting on the floors in the aisles and stuff. But just getting the response from people, you know, for the first time from a real audience, and really hearing and seeing how it impacted people was really cool. And kind of like you were saying, there was a guy, he's actually on a little short promo video, but he was like, you know, said, well, my girlfriend, you know, I came to support her because she wanted to come, you know, and stuff like that. And he's like, I was blown away, you know.
Yeah.
I didn't like expect
someone
to like
to say that.
It was like it's a Friday. I'm like, I don't want to go see this downer movie.
I just want to be home.
Right. So that's the kind of approach we try to make it hopeful and not just, you know, when you think of suicide, yeah, like you said, who wants to go, you know,
Yeah,
be
who wants to
depressed
say that?
Or whatever, but it's really about hope, which is
Yeah,
you know,
it'll
the cool
actually
thing,
make
so.
you feel better, guys. Now, for the listeners who don't know, some people may have looked at statistics, some may have not, but the statistic is nearly 1 million people die annually by suicide. So we obviously want to have a chat about that today, and that suicide rate is rising all the time. I've already chatted to Lauren about this, but why, Greg, do you think it keeps rising?
I think it's a number of factors. It's just this, society in the world that we, live in that kind of modern society, that a lot of pressure is put on people, which there's a lot of more trauma, which results often as causes, mental illness and people just wanting to sort of check out. So I think that's a part of it. But I think we have to look at ourselves too within the kind of mental health and suicide prevention community, and I think get more innovative in the way that that we're tackling and approaching these issues. And so I see a lot of like the Australian people involved in the film, and like Kevin, who are really getting innovative and doing things in a different way. Like I just love Spur Projects, who's on the film where they're soften the fuck up their campaign, which is really cool. But I think getting innovative and not so much constrained by the sort of old guard of you can't do that. That's I think and obviously what we've been doing is not working. Not to say that it hasn't helped, because it could be a lot worse. But obviously we need some innovative new approaches and not be constrained by what we right and what we think
the
works.
1 million should be 0.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
One is one too many.
absolutely, I love that. One is one too many. It's a great quote. So for everyone watching, make sure to check out Suicide: The Ripple Effect. As we said, it's going to give you goosebumps, and it's so worth watching. And make sure you have the conversation at home with your loved ones. Just ask them straight up, are you feeling okay? Have you had thoughts about this? And just help them out. I think it's really important to talk about it. And also Lifeline is there, or any of those amazing organizations. Just call them up to have a chat. But thank you so much for coming on the show today, guys. You're welcome on any time, and I'm happy to promote
We'll hold you to that.
the movie and raise awareness of this very serious topic.
Thank you. Laws and laws.
Laws and laws. Thank you so much for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.